video is sponsored by PoketownStore.com, the best place to get yourself some TCGO code cards. Are you looking for that last card to complete your deck, or just to get the latest booster pack in town on TCGO? Well, they have everything. Use the coupon code TCG and get 5% off your next order. Also, this video is sponsored by cardsmarket.com. This is a European platform where you're able to buy and sell cards to people all across Europe. I personally use it every single day, and you can get booster packs, even old school cards like this cool Mr. Mime over here. So be sure to check it out on cardsmarket.com. Last but certainly not least is going to be yourplaymat.com. This is a website where you're able to create your own unique custom playmat. Get your own unique custom playmat right now by clicking the link in the description below or using the coupon code TCG10YP and get 10% off your order when creating your own unique custom playmat for the new season. Anyhow, thanks for sticking around on the commercials. I'll see you guys very shortly. Peace. What's up YouTube, it's TCG here and welcome back to our TCG battle video on my channel, or it's not. It's actually a news video and we're going to be talking about Fusion Strike. That's right, the new set comes out of course on the 12th of November and we already have a lot of information about it. So if you're new to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button because you're going to get daily Pokemon TCG content on here. And we talk about the latest decks, gameplay video, top 10 list about cards. You don't want to miss out. That's the general understanding. So Fusion Strike is the third battle styles getting released, of course, in the Fusion Strike set. Poster boy Mew, of course, is here. Mew VMAX. We're going to be talking about a lot of cards that we're going to be getting in Fusion Strike. There's already like the Japanese counterpart that has been revealed. That's only one segment that we're getting in Fusion Strike. Fusion Strike will be a monstrous set with 260 cards spread over like a couple of Japanese sets. Even some remainders of course Evolving Skies that just didn't make Evolving Skies are of course getting released in Fusion Strike as well. I'm thinking about the Cloyster that we saw in a Japanese set, as well as some other irrelevant Pokemon, to be honest. So let's just see here. So Fusion Strike, this is going to be the symbol here. Fusion Strike is the third battle styles, and they will have mechanics working with Fusion Strike Pokemon. This is going to be a video talking all about the mechanic of Fusion Strike, talking about a lot of cards. We're going to be having our first impressions about specific cards, and also we're going to get a lot of information here. So as you can see, there's one special energy, 20 trainer cards, 7 full art supporter cards, 8 Pokemon VMAX, 20 Pokemon, and then Pokemon V, and then 13 full art Pokemon V, and over 260 cards. That's like without the secret rare. So we're in for a ginormous set, and if you're hyped for this video, be sure to let me know by destroying the hell out of the like button. Helps out in many ways. These are the booster pack artworks. We've already seen those. So we have, of course, Gengar, Mew, Genesect, and Bolton. Bolton also gets a VMAX, by the way, as a little spoiler alert. And Gengar finally gets its release in this specific set. We've waited a long time for the Gengar VMAX. Also for products, we have the Mew, the ETB. So these are going to be very collectible. Comes, of course, with basic energies, and then of course 8 packs of the sets, as well as dice, deck dividers, sleeves, and all that. So very cool to see that we're getting all these. This is going to be the pre-release kit. Will of course be available, I think, at the latest of August. So 14 days before the release of the set, there's going to be pre-releases during those weekends, and you're gonna have, of course, this. And there's also Build and Battle Stadium. Reminds me of the days of like Blaziken versus Gardevoir back in the day, so very interesting. First of all, I'm gonna talk about the Gengar here. People are looking forward for this Gengar. I don't know if you can see it, but it is weak to fighting. Very strange because, yeah, it's a ghost. Being weak to fighting is a little bit ridiculous, but it is what it is. So single strike Gengar V. Slaps 40 damage and the opponent is now asleep. Could help out to slow them down, but it's a 50-50 shot, and they also have Switch, Escape Rope, Bird Keeper, etc. Then also Pain Burst 190, put 3 damage counters on this Pokemon. For 3 Darkness energies, you can even add that up with single strike energies. That means with one single strike energy, you slap 210 damage output, which could be relevant to knock out Evolving V Pokemon. Some of them do have 210, others have 220, but you can set this up with Houndoom. So there will be a Gengar VMAX, a Houndoom single strike box deck. And also there's Gengar VMAX here. You have to see this artwork for yourself. It's crazy, crazy nice. So look at this. We also will have an alternate artwork. Let's hope that's also gonna get released in this set. It has 60 damage for every V Pokemon the opponent has in play. And that could be very interesting because It also says Pokemon GX. I don't think they will print that, although they could, because it also could see play and expanded. But so 60 damage for every one of the opponent's V Pokemon with Echoing Horn could be quite sufficient. And also with single strike energies, you can boost this damage output even further. If you're not up against non-V Pokemon, if they cleverly don't slap any V Pokemon down, this could be a very terrible attack. But it all depends on your luck and the Echoing Horns going around. And moving forward, also against stuff like Shadow Rider, you just overwhelm them. We have G-Max Swallow Whole, 250 damage. During your next turn, this Pokemon can attack. As we've seen with Brave Blade, you can just go for Switch, you can just go for Bird Keeper, just going to the bench resets the attack effect. So 250 as a base. With single strike energies can actually get up to ridiculous numbers, but on the other hand, you probably will be playing single strike Urshifu VMAX if you want to go for crazy one-hit KOs. But a very cool card for sure, Gengar VMAX. And another card that we're getting is of course the starter Pokemon. So we have this cool looking Inteleon V, 40 damage. It's a rapid strike card, by the way, so it can easily get searched out with Subble and Keep Calling. And its second attack, 120 damage, 20 damage to one of your opponent's bench Pokemon. So if you're playing Inteleon VMAX, you might want to think about this new edition. It's also gonna get released in the Fusion Strike set, so that's what we're saying here. And also this guy has an ability, the Inteleon VMAX looks very cool to me. If you see here, look at that artwork. It's like shoots everybody down. Inteleon VMAX did get a lot of love. Definitely in the post rotation, there's a lot of Inteleon engines out there. Once during your turn, you may discard a water energy from your hand. If you do, put 2 damage counters on 2 of your opponent's bench Pokemon. Okay. Wow, in combination with quick shooting, this could actually mean you can actually actually knock out some weak HP Pokemon very nice and easily. The G-Max Whirlpool, 70 damage. You may put an energy from this Pokemon into your hand, and 140 for 2. So Inteleon VMAX gets a new card, very interesting for sure. We also will get the remainders here. The Rillaboom VMAX and the Rillaboom V Rapid Strike. Not too interesting to me. I don't know how I feel about these cards. They're actually not too good. They need like a lot of energy. You can set it up with another Rillaboom, but on that point you're actually playing a stage 2 with a stage 1 that not even one shots. I don't think I will play it, but you can slap 180 damage and 40 damage to 2 of your opponent's bench Pokemon with the G-Max Drum Solo. Last but certainly not least, the Cinderace V Single Strike. You're able to set this up with none other than Houndoom. Very nice and sufficiently. 210 for 4 energies, you can even stack it up, so it's not too bad, I would say. And the Cinderace VMAX has the attack G-Max Fireball. Also a very cool looking artwork. Love the artwork of the Cinderace VMAX here. It's the Gigantamax, by the way. So, yo, what's going on? We want to see this artwork. Look at that. Ooh, we're looking pretty badass. 230 damage, and it also has, of course, a side effect, and that is your opponent's active Pokemon is now burned. During your next turn, this Pokemon can't attack. Okay, the same story with you can't attack. You can overlap that by going to the bench, but still 230 damage single strike Pokemon and burned, so technically 250 damage output. I think single strike Urshifu VMAX does it better, but hey, that's just me. And also we lost Welder, so you need lots of energies on this guy. But we're getting those, so that's something you want to know here. So the Fusion Strike sets and Fusion Strike cards do work together in the same sense that, yeah, Rapid Strike cards and Single Strike cards work together. So I'm very curious about this set. And also this will be the set we're getting, of course, TCG Live. So these will come with TCG Live codes. So hopefully that client will be super, super fantastic. So, moving forward, there's 100 Fusion Arts cards revealed, and that's the Japanese counterpart, so we're gonna have a big knowledge of what we're getting in Fusion Strike. So, the trailer, of course, got released. We have, of course, poster boys here, Mew VMAX being able to copy attacks from all your Fusion Strike Pokemon. Hoopa being able to be a dual type, just being a darkness type as well, so that's gonna be fantastic for Eternus. And Genesect V being able to draw cards. So we're gonna be talking about all these cards today, so hopefully you guys are buckled up. If you guys are hyped, be sure to let me know by destroying the hell out of the like button. It only costs a second of your time and it helps out the channel tremendously. So let's just get this adventure started, shall we? So lots of cool cards to look at. And let's just start from scratch. We have a Metapod, which is just having, of course, hard body. Not too cool. I wish it would have been able to evolve. Yeah, search deck for Caterpie, put it in. No, these are very bad. Like, Butterfree is not getting any love today. So when you play this Pokemon from your hand to evolve, you may leave your opponent burned, confused, and poisoned for stage 2. That is not having, yeah, skipping the evolution line. So Butterfree, entirely bad. Not gonna be talking about every card that is actually not too good. So we'll just skip along and move forward. We have Ditch and Shake with the Maractus. Discard any number of Pokemon tools from your hand. 50 damage for each card you discard in this way. Would have been better if it was Pokemon Tool cards in play. That means Garbage or VMAX could have seen play, but this is just irrelevant. Moving forward, there's an Assault Fusion Strike. If this Pokemon is on your bench and became your active during this turn, you can use it for only a Grass Energy. That's not too bad. For just a Grass Energy 120, I like the Assault there. Okay. Put up to 2 Pokemon from your discard pile into your hand. Farazion being able to get back Pokemon, not too shabby. I wouldn't play it. Serena V. Look at this beautiful artwork. 200 HP, 20 damage. Discard any number of bench Pokemon. This attack does 40 damage for each bench Pokemon you discarded in this way. So in the standard format, you have up to 5 bench Pokemon, which means you can slap 220 for only 2 energies. But you have to discard all of them. Are there ways to get them back? I don't think we have Execute, like something like Giratina to get himself back from the discard pile, like the one from Lost Thunder. So right now, not too good. As soon as we have something like Skyfield and stuff, it might actually become better, but it's not too bad of an attack. The problem is that you discard your entire bench, and if you do that, the opponent can just knock you out because you only have 200 HP. Beautiful looking Arcanine card. I love the colors on that one. Not too great, unfortunately. There's a Chandelure V. Looking very menacing over here. Ta-da! Yeah, your opponent is now confused with his first attack, and it also has Poltergeist. Your opponents reveal their hand. 40 damage times the number of trainer cards you find there. So, if you loved playing Poltergeist, Gengar, Mimikyu, you're gonna be loving Chandelure VMAX because it has max Poltergeist. 70 damage, and your opponent reveals their hand. Yeah, it's 70 damage multiplier, so that means 70 damage for every trainer card you see in your opponent's hand. So supporters, items, stadiums, whatever you find, you're going to be slapping a ridiculous amount of damage. And also, as this Pokemon is in your active slot, your opponent can play any Pokemon Tool cards from the hand. So that's a very great card. We're going to be trying out the Chandelure VMAX deck very shortly on the channel. It's not even Fusion Strike, Single Strike, or Rapid Strike, but it's going to be a very impactful card because... yeah, I do love, of course, the multiplier here. 70 damage is a lot. So let's say the opponent has 5 trainers in their hand. That's ridiculous damage output. You one-shot any VMAX, right? There's a Heatmor, which tries to be a Pikarom. 90 damage, and if you have 3 energies in addition to the attack cost, actually slap 180 damage to your opponent's bench Pokemon. So it's exactly like a Pikarom. You need more energies, slapping more damage. It wants to be attack team very much. Very, very interesting that they have those effects onto regular cards. Oricorio, the Fusion Strike fella. As long as this Pokemon is in play, your Fusion Strike Pokemon take 20 less damage from your opponent's attacks. Busted card. In specific matchups, this could matter. For instance, if you're wanting to play a deck and there's a very popular deck that can, of course, one-hit KO you because of weakness, and with this addition into it, they don't KO you, it's gonna be seeing play. And also you cannot stack this, so you cannot apply more than one fervent lesson during a turn, so that's unfortunate, but 20 less damage is good. Here we go with Starmie. Rapid Strike Starmie. You may discard any number of water energies from this Pokemon. For each energy you discard, choose one of your opponent's Pokemon and snipe 30 damage to it. So let's go. Frostmoth. Attach. Snipe. It does need too much to work out, unfortunately. It is searchable with Lava Ball, which is a good thing. There's a Totodile. Ooh, it's been a while since we've seen that. For Relegator, this is going to be a mill card, believe it or not. Looks very, very cool, this artwork. Has an ability, has an attack, 140 damage output, and discard an energy to your opponent's active. You can use it to attack with, but more importantly, the Berserk ability. When you play this Pokemon from your hand to evolve one of your Pokemon during your turn, flip a coin. If heads, discard the top 5 cards of your opponent's deck. If tails, discard the top 5 cards of your deck. Okay. This is like Toxtricity back in the day. Probably, you can stack it with Scoop Up Nats, don't get me wrong, so you can do that like evolve, discard, evolve, discard, evolve. Is Glimwood Tangle actually working out? I'm actually just gonna check out real quick if Glimwood Tangle also works with abilities, otherwise it's not gonna be too good. I think Glimwood Tangle only works for attacks, but we'll see that very shortly. So Glimwood Tangle, once during each player's turn, after that player flips any coins for an attack, it's only for attacks, so yeah, that's pretty damn risky if you discard your own deck. Maybe you can have something that works out with abilities, so you can decide the coin flip, but for now, I could see, as soon as you are able to manipulate the coin flip on an ability, you're actually going to be working this out, because you evolve into Feraligatr, maybe on 2-3 Feraligatrs during a turn, you discard 15 cards of the opponent's deck, and then you can scoop them up and do it again next turn. So we'll see if they print cards that can manipulate the outcome of a coin flip on an ability, it might become better. Fusion Strike, Huntail, and Gorabees. Look at this guy. Cool. They all have abilities. The Huntail has the ability, as long as this Pokemon is in play, your opponent's single strike Pokemon require 1 Kara's energy more to attack. Super annoying, but on the other hand, they have energy acceleration with Houndoom. You might actually prevent them from attacking at 1 point for the big one-hit KO, so it might be a cool tech card in a Fusion Box deck to counteract with specific battle styles. Then the Gorebees, as long as this Pokemon is in play, your opponent's Rapid Strike Pokemon have no abilities. Are there Rapid Strike Pokemon? Yeah, for instance, that Untitled VMAX that we just talked about, no abilities. You can actually shut down specific abilities with, of course, the Gorebees. Very interesting. Also, you can shut down Octillery. Ooh, Rapid Strike Surge. Who used that? Here's Crabominable. The Crabominable Snowman wants to be Sableye so badly. Will it be seen play? Maybe. It has the attack 90 damage and then 60 damage more for every damage counter on your opponent's active Pokemon. So, in theory, if you play like Galarian Zigzagoon, that's already 120 plus 90, that's 210. So with 2 Galarian Zigzagoon pings, you're slapping 210 damage. So maybe you can try and pair this with Quick Shooting Inteleon, you're gonna have a fantastic engine. And then not only that, you can use Melony on it, you can use Frostmud on it, you can use Frostlass on it. So lots of water energy acceleration for this fella. I might see this working out. And also you can use it to mill cards, discard the top 2 cards of your opponent's deck with its first attack. It won't probably be like a mill archetype, but it's definitely going to be seeing play for the Fist of the Destroyer attack. Pukey Moogie, very cool card. Strange artwork, but cool card. With an ability, once during your turn, if this card is in your hand, you may put it on the bottom of your deck. Then draw 1 card. We've seen that Unknown Hand worked out in the past. This is not able... You cannot use more than 1 Pukey Moogie Fling ability during your turn. Otherwise, you could just loop them and draw a lot of cards. Searchable with Level Ball. Drawing a card is not too bad, I guess. And also prevents you from decking out. Haha. Although prevents you from decking out is actually not true, because as soon as you put it on the bottom of the deck, you draw a card. So yeah, scratch that idea. It's gonna be useful just to draw that additional card. Snum gets a new card. Search your deck for 2 water energies, reveal them and put them in the hand. Sitting on a tree branch. Very cool. Moving forward, there's a Frostmoth. In addition, you're already playing a Frostmoth engine, like maybe you're playing a tree line of Frostmoth. Maybe you can try this Frostmoth out as well, because you can slap 160 damage and return all energies to your hand. So it's like Blizzard, it's looping energy with Suicune. We've seen that before as well, and this is actually searchable with Lava Ball, and you don't need an additional basic. You can, you're of course able to one-hit KO stuff like the Decidueye, so might be worth thinking about. There is some garbage cards. There's a new Vikavolt. Oh, look at the artwork. There's 2 Vikavolts on that card. Discard 2 lightning energies with its second attack. This attack does 200 damage to one of your opponent's Pokemon and have a free retreat. Oof. Ooh, it's ready for Vikavolt Flaffy. I know it seems very clunky, but sniping 200 seems nice. Definitely in a format without Mew. Bolton V gets a new card. We've seen the one with, of course, accelerating energies and Bolt Strike. This time around, 30 damage. You may switch this Pokemon with one of your bench Pokemon. So you have a hit and run Bolton and also slapping 120 damage. And this attack does 30 damage to one of your opponent's bench Pokemon. I'm more fan of the other Bolton, the one from Sword and Shield. So this is going to be, or this is the one from Rebel Clash. Yeah, Rebel Clash for sure. We have Bolton VMAX, 30 damage plus 30 more for every lightning energy attached to all of your Pokemon. I see this working out. Bolton VMAX Flaffy with some additional Boltons from Rebel Clash to accelerate energies is definitely going to be an archetype you want to be thinking about. Not only do you have energy acceleration, you can always get them back, but you probably will need a lot of energies in play. With 10 energies in play, you one-hit KO most VMAXs, if not all of them, except for Eternatus VMAX. Interesting. There's a Toxtricity holographic, looking very badass. Can we do that stance? Yeah, there we go, badass. So the ability only works if all of your Pokemon are fusion Pokemon. So if you have all fusion Pokemon, the HP of your opponent's VMAX Pokemon is 30 less. Wow! If you play a 1-1 line of Toxtricity, you can make sure like some Pokemon, for instance, let's just give an example, Shadow Calyrex VMAX suddenly has only 290 HP. That's very interesting. I like Toxtricity, might actually see play. Moving forward is Mew and Mew VMAX. Mew has a crazy attack with, they all have free retreat by the way. Free retreat Mew, free retreat Mew. Look at them, they're so badass, I like them. So what can we see here is that the Mew V, search your deck for 1 energy and attach it to one of your Fusion Strike Pokemon. Very similar to Jirachi GX of the Unified Minds. Then we have Psycho Cut, actually Psycho Jump. 70 damage, you may shuffle this Pokemon and all cards attached to it back into your deck. So this is a great attack. Let me explain why. You can use that if you have a memory capsule onto your Mew VMAX. So you can go in circles and just loop yourself out of chaos, which is already something I love. Moving forward is the Mew VMAX. Choose one of your choose an attack of one of your bench Pokemon fusions and use it as this attack. So if you have a Fusion Strike Pokemon on your bench, you can use the attacks for 2 colorless energies. Yeah, and you don't even need the necessary energies. That's crazy. That's crazy. Mew VMAX, the Chase card. I wonder if there's gonna be an alternate artwork of this fella because this looks very, very cool. And then 130 damage. Damage from this attack isn't affected by any effect. So they're really pushing the CGI out of the meta, aren't they? We have the Meloda VMAX going through all the effects. We have Single Strike Urshifu VMAX going through all the effects. We have Mew VMAX going through all the effects. We have Phoebe. We have the CGI is being pushed out. I don't like that because I do love like the balance in the game by having a stall deck like that, but Mew VMAX is gonna be strong. The more Fusion Strike Pokemon we see, the more we can say, oh, we can use it for 2 energies on the Mew VMAX. Let's go. We have Gramble. You may play this Pokemon from your hand. Yeah, if you evolve, you may put 2 tool cards from your discard pile into your hand. This could work out with that Maractus that we just saw. Tool Drop Party. Moving forward is Galarian Cursula. This is a very cool card. Not only the artwork, as you can see, it's just menacing, that artwork. It actually has an attack. The first one, put a basic Pokemon V from your opponent's discard pile onto their bench. Then put damage counters on that Pokemon until its remaining HP is 30. Oh boy. This is going to be impactful. You can, not only can you get like knocked out Crobats back on the opponent's bench or V Pokemon back on their bench, it's gonna be fantastic to then knock them out with Quick Shooting and Zigzagoon, so it might be some rogue-ish deck. Then we have Deoxys. It's not Fusion Strike, it's not Battle Strike, it's Rapid Strike, it's all of them combined. So this can be anything you want it to be. So you can use Single Strike energies to boost the damage output. You can use Rapid Strike energy to, of course, attack with it, so more easily. So you can use Houndoom Single Strike Roar, bam, get an energy onto it, Rapid Strike energy as well, and boom, you are able to attack. It also is a Fusion Strike Pokemon, so you can dash out more damage with the item card we're going to be talking about later. So 80 damage, and if this Pokemon has a Fusion Energy attached, 80 more damage. Okay. So maybe Single Strike Roar, Single Strike Roar twice, and then you attach a Fusion Energy onto it, and then you slap 200 damage for a 1 prize Pokemon. How about it? Deoxys also hit weakness against Urshifus. I like it. Okay. Not a good card to talk about. Fusion Strike Meloda. It's been a while since we've seen a Meloda card. 70 damage multiplier. This attack does 70 damage times the number of fusion energy attached to your Pokemon. So in theory, if you have 4 of them attached, you are able to slap 280 damage for only 2 energies. Wow. Fusion Strike Dracopult. Dracopult sees a lot of love in the TCG, and let's see here. It has an interesting multiplier, 30 damage times the number of fusion Pokemon you have in play. So in the best case scenario, you have 6 of them in play. We don't have Skyfield, so you slap 180 for 1 energy. Free retreat, 180, 1 energy. Problem is that that is still not enough, unfortunately, because you're gonna get knocked out. You're gonna have troubles to get your stage 2s out. It is what it is. Ooh, I love this artwork on the Graveler. Another great card, but cool artwork. There's a Golem. Oof. Looks like he has some sort of explosion going around very shortly. If this Pokemon is knocked out by damage from an opponent's attack, put 10 damage counters on the attacking Pokemon. This is actually very interesting. You slap 160 damage with its attack and put 30 damage to yourself. Cool ability. If you get knocked out, 10 damage counters. It's a stage 2. Probably won't work, but I like the card just as a design. As its design was very cool. Steelix, a fighting type Steelix. Have we ever seen anything like it? Most of the time it's a metal type, but that's okay. This attack does 20 damage for every damage counter on this Pokemon. You have 190 HP with Big Charm 220 HP. People can play around it. It's as simple as that. Not good. So, more Falling cards. Whoa, this artwork, man. I think the artworks are getting better by every set that passes by. Or is it just me? Okay. Zigzagoon. Ooh, look at this one. Galarian Zigzagoon is back. Eventually evolving into Obstagoon. Choose one of your opponent's attacks. That Pokemon can use that attack during their next turn. We've seen that it's like amnesia from some cards in the past. It's not too good because the opponent can just attack with something else. 60 damage if your opponent's active Pokemon already has damage counters. 150 for 1 energy. With Galarian you can use the other Galarian Zigzagoons from Sword and Shield. That means 1 energy, 150. 1 energy, 150, knocking out Dragapults, knocking out Shadow Riders. I can get along with this. It's a clunky stage 2 rogue deck, but I'm definitely gonna be trying this out. It's not too bad. 1 energy, man. There's a Garbodor which does entirely nothing. There's a Mandibuzz. During your next turn, your opponent can use any... Whoa. They cannot evolve. Okay. So, imagine we go first. We attach to a Vullaby. They go, you attach, you evolve, and then boom, they cannot evolve. I like this. How many decks do want to evolve? The problem is that they do have basic V Pokemon that can just slaughter this guy. That's the unfortunate part. Moving forward. Hoopa, this is a good card. Not only is it a Fusion Strike card, so you're able to copy attacks with it from the Mew VMAX, you're also able to, of course, use this in Eternus build because this is a Darkness type and its ability makes it dual type. You're both Psychic and Darkness in the same type. That means you can one-shot Urshifus, you can one-shot Shadow Riders, so it's gonna be fantastic. You can one-shot Mew VMAX. Its damage is very good. 170 times 2 is 340. That's exactly all we ever wanted. You put 3 damage counters on one of your Pokemon, so it's not even on Hoopa. Hoopa is a very great card. We'll see a lot of play, mark my words. Alright. There's a Duran discarding the entire deck of the opponent. Not really. Has a terrible attack. If your opponent's active Pokemon is a fire Pokemon, it's now paralyzed. This is also a bonkers card. Let me just say how good this is. This will be the engine of most Fusion Strike decks because they won't play like Crobats because they're not having the Fusion emblem onto the card. Once during your turn you may draw cards from your deck until the number of cards in your hand equals the number of Fusion Pokemon you have in play. So, as a little example, we have 6 Fusion Strikes in play. We always draw cards until you have 6 in the hand. This is like Magnetic Draw. This is like Auxiliary Abyssal Hand from Breakthrough, I think. Crazy things to think about because this is a basic Pokemon. You slap it down and instantly you have consistency because you can always draw back up to the number of Fusion Strike Pokemon you have and play. And the late game is gonna be fantastic. And you can slap 210 damage, and you can use the attack for 2 energies on the Mew VMAX. Oh boy, this is gonna be so good. Yeah, Genesect, Hoopa, and Mew VMAX. Crazy V Strike Pokemon for sure. Single Strike Metal. Look at that powerful punch. 80 damage during your opponent's next turn. Prevent any damage done to this Pokemon with abilities. Hey, that's pretty tanky. Unfortunately, that's not gonna be impacting like all of the meta. Yeah, not good. We have Latias and Latios, both respectively Dragon Pokemon without any weakness and being a Fusion Strike Pokemon. Once during your turn, you may use this ability. Attach a Psychic energy from your hand to one of your Latios in play. Extra energy acceleration for Latios. And this guy has the same thing. Once during your turn, you may attach a Psychic energy to one of your Latias in play. So they accelerate themselves. Okay. And they do need awkward energy attack costs. Of course, 2 Psychics can cover that one. Maybe Aurora energy could work out. So the Latias, during your opponent's next turn, prevent all damage done to it from VMAX Pokemon. They can, of course, gust around it. Escape Rope Boss is a way out. They could attack with just a V Pokemon to knock you out. Same problem that I have with the other ones. This one does slap 210. You have to discard 2 energies from Latios. Okay. Alright. It's not too bad. They are actually interesting cards, but they will get knocked out easily, and they need too much energies, to be honest. There is a Goodra with an ability, and I like this ability a lot. It has to be in the active slot, unfortunately. If it's in the active slot, whenever your opponent attaches energy from their hand to one of their Pokemon, they must flip a coin. If tails, that energy is discarded without being attached. Yeah. Play this with some crushing hammers and stuff. This is gonna be cool control deck that we want to try out. They attach, they flip a coin. If they have success, they can attach it. And this also works out with like underroll doors. Yeah, every single time they attach, they flip a coin. So it's not like a one-time thing. Every single time they attach an energy from the hand. It does not work out from the discard pile, so Fluffy engines are safe. A very cool Dunsparce. Each player's cardless Pokemon have no weakness. Wow, this could be cool. Think about like, oh, I'm playing, let's say Blizzy VMAX, right? And I'm afraid of the fighting weakness. Actually, Blizzy V, there's no VMAX. And I'm afraid of the fighting weakness. You can just slap this into your deck and out of nowhere you don't have a single weakness. Could be a scene play for sure. Smurgle doing some sketching and painting and stuff. Look, a very rainbowish card. Fusion Strike cards. Choose up to 2 Fusion Strike trainer cards from the discard pile, show them to your opponent and put them in hand. This is going to be great because certain Fusion Strike cards are very good item cards. We're gonna see that very shortly. It's actually trainer cards, so that's also meaning stadiums, supporters, items. Okay. Not a good card. Look, cool looking Bunnelby, by the way. That artwork, like for the artwork alone, outstanding. Okay, here we have Greedent V. Is that gathering up some berries? I see some Lepa berries or Oran berries. I don't even know. Citrus berries, don't even know the difference, to be honest. It's collecting berries. Flip a coin if has the opponent is paralyzed. 120 damage, draw 3 cards. In a format with Mari? No. Then we have Greedent VMAX. Here he is. Tan, ta, 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 tan, ta, tan. Okay. 30 damage. If your opponent's active basic Pokemon is knocked out by damage from this attack, take 2 more prize cards. 2 more prize cards. 30 damage. You have Powerful Cardless Energy. Let's imagine it. We go Powerful Cardless Energy. You slap 50 damage. You knock out 50 HP Pokemon. You take 3 prize cards. Or you have 2 Powerful Cardless Energy attached to this fella. And you knock out like weak HP Pokemon like Galarian, Zigzagoon, like Subble, like... It's gonna be crazy. If you can get this off, taking 3 prize cards is ridiculous. There will be a Greedent VMAX deck because every deck nowadays almost plays like Sobbles and stuff. I want to try this out with Powerful Cardless Energies and like having Crobat and research to find your Powerful Cardless Energies and then BAM! 3 prize cards, that's huge. Its second attack, 160 damage, draw 3 cards. Its first attack is crazy. I thought we were done by taking extra prize cards after ADP rotated, but... Okay, now we are here with the item cards. The Cross Receiver. Put a Pokemon or a supporter card from your discard pile into your hands. But this only works if you play 2 of them at the same time. Oh, it's like custom catchers, but they don't have an effect other than you can only get an effect out of these cards if you play them simultaneously, which is something I don't like. Like with custom catcher, you could draw cards. In my Green's Baby Blondes deck back in the day, I used custom catcher not only to, of course, gust, but for the draw engine as well. I really don't like this. If you get 2 of them in the hand, you can get a Pokemon or a supporter card back. So it's like Versus Seeker or Rescue Stretcher. I don't know how to feel about this one. You also have another one, Cross Switcher. Basically, if you play 2 of them at the same time, you do Guzma. Switch one of your opponent's bench Pokemon with your active Pokemon. If you do, switch your active Pokemon. Yeah. If you play 2 of these, you have Guzma. If you play one of these, that is not possible. You have to play 2 of them. Otherwise, they're dead cards. But this is way better because, as we've seen, gusting effects are very powerful in the game. And if you're able to play down this as an item card, it's going to be good. You can save these with a Rangaroo and then research to just have this effect going around so you don't throw them away because they're useless. I like this card. This card is good. The other one, getting back a supporter, not too good, but this is good. That means you can play an engine of like only playing 1 Boss's Orders and then 4 of these. It could be very, very good. Battle VIP pass. Very important person pass. Ooh, look at that. Search your deck for 2 basic Pokemon, put them on your bench. You can only play this if it's your first turn. Who knows? Like a lot of decks are now playing like 4 Quick Ball, 4 Level Ball. But that's also because they can evolve into Drizzles and stuff. If you can get this on the first turn, you can easily set your bench up. But on the other hand, if you go second and attach an energy to a Subble, you also have your bench set up. So this could be good if you're playing it in a Fusion Strike deck, because then Genesect is going to be able the following turn to draw a lot of cards. But if you don't have it on your opening turn, they're all dead cards. And that's something I don't like. And just for that reason, I will rate off the card and think it's not too good. Power Tablets. People are taking the tablets now to slap more damage. Remember Electro Power? Well, this is the exact same thing. You slap 30 more damage with all your Fusion Strike Pokemon during your turn. And this also stacks. And this is before applying weakness and resistance. So if you play 1, 30 additional damage, 60 additional damage, 90 additional damage. I've played like in tournaments where I play like triple electro power for a game, like it's crazy. This is a very great card. Dishing out more damage is good. As mentioned, gusting up is good. So a lot of these Fusion Strike cards are very good. Then Sponge Gloves, SpongeBob, let's go. Who lives in the panel over the sea? Yeah. Not good. I don't like these gloves at all. Nobody plays them. The attacks of the Pokemon this card is attached to do 30 more damage to your opponent's water type Pokemon. These gloves will never see play just because even if you're up against the most popular deck in the format, it's only 20% meta share at most, which means it's going to be useless in 80% of the other matches, which is sad. The Grand Bell of Remembrance. Ding 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 ding, do you remember? When the VMAX Pokemon this card is attached to is knocked out by damage from an opponent's attack, search your deck for a card and put it in your hand. This is not gonna be seeing too much play. We've seen a lot of Tool Scrapper, we've seen a lot of Tool Jammer, and also you're only gonna get one effect out of this, only little one, so it's probably not worth playing it. And the reason why you only get one, because if they knock out 2 VMAXs, the game's over. Now some supporters. Sydney. Look at this one. Very menacing. The Hoenn, I think it's the Hoenn gym leader, Elite 4 member, right? Am I wrong? I think so. Like, this guy has Darkness Pokemon. Your opponent reveals their hand. Discard up to 2 and any combination of Stadium cards, Special Energies, or Tool cards. Mill cards! I think Sander Wojcik will love this card. Finding some Mill Control-ish cards. You can make sure you can discard their Air Balloons. You can hunt after their Stadium cards, so a specific Stadium card stays in play. You can hunt after the Special Energies. I like Sydney for control decks. And I really wish like we would have some additional control decks so other archetypes can push that down the side, because right now it's like VMAX party, attack, 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 attack. Oh, a favorable matchup, I win. Favorable matchup, you have favorable matchup, you win. So maybe people could change that around with like a control deck. Eliza's Sparkle. Choose up to 2 of your Fusion Strike Pokemon and play. For each you chose, search your deck for a Fusion Energy and attach it to that Pokemon. Holy crap! Suddenly Meloda doesn't seem that bad. Next is Dancer. Wow, just a dancer standing behind the Corviknight statue. Alright, draw 2 cards. If it's your first turn going second, that's too specific. That's only 50. Not only does this only work out 50% of the time, sometimes you will not even have it in hand, so skip that entirely. We have Chili, Silan, and Cress, the gym leaders here. Look at them. Search your deck for up to 3 Fusion Strike Pokemon, reveal them and put them in the hand. Genesect, Mew, and yeah, this is not too bad, I guess, because Genesect can draw your backs up to a reasonable hand size to draw cards. Not too bad of a card. It's a Fusion Strike card as well. Then we have Skate Park. Funny enough, there's an skateboard Easter egg on this artwork. Look at the Skate Park. Very cool card, because this is a stadium card. Whenever an opponent retreats, instead of discarding those energies, they get returned to the hand. So whenever an active Pokemon retreats, the player puts any basic energy used to pay that retreat cost into their hand instead of the discard pile. The cool thing is, if you're playing something like a Frostlass deck, this is going to be such an impact. You're probably already playing Air Balloons, but this is going to be great because sometimes you can move the energies where you want them. So you can retreat your Lapras VMAX, get all the energies back, and attach it to another Lapras on the bench. Yeah, it could be interesting. Cool stadium card, I like it. We need more stadium cards desperately because most stadium cards are actually not too good. Then Fusion Energy, this card may only be attached to Fusion Strike Pokemon, and it is a Rainbow Energy. Like, it works for every single energy at the same time. The Pokemon this card is attached to isn't affected by abilities from your opponent's Pokemon. So as soon as you have a Fusion Strike energy onto your Pokemon, no quick shooting. No quick shooting. Woo! No Galarian Zigzagoon. I don't know what other abilities are impactful, but yeah, you get the point. Abilities do not touch us at all. Fantastic. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this Fusion Strike run through. This is actually like a sneak peek review as stated on the thumbnail. You already see like half of the cards of Fusion Strike that we're getting on the 12th of November. Of course, Fusion Strike packs will come with none other than TCG live codes. I'm very eager to just see how that game turns out. And the rest of the cards will of course get explained on the channel as well. Hopefully you guys had a fantastic day. If you are enjoying the video, be sure to let me know by destroying the hell out of the like button. It only takes a second of your time and it helps out so much. Other than that, if you're new to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button. You're going to get daily Pokemon TCG content and you don't want to miss out. Also, go check out our sponsors. If you're looking for TCGO code cards to play decks, you can actually, of course, hit up PoketownStore.com. You can use that coupon code ZapDoesTCG for 5% of your entire order. How cool is that? Either whether you're looking for Eternus codes, Zacian codes, Dragapult promo codes, Crobat promo codes, Evolving Skies, Chilling Rain, whatever, they have everything. Last, two sponsors I want to shout out is cardmarket.com. If you're a European player, definitely sure to just hit up that website. You're going to be able to buy and sell cards to people all across Europe. It's nice to sell the cards that you don't need anymore and build up some credit to buy new ones. Last but certainly not least is yourplaymat.com, the website where you can create your own unique custom playmat. Yeah, it's easy as pie. Click the link in the description right now. You get 10% off your complete order. They ship worldwide, and you can just click here, start your adventure, create your own custom playmat by uploading your favorite wallpaper, and boom. In a couple of weeks, you'll have that, of course, to play in the new season. Have yourself a fantastic rest of your day. I'll see you guys tomorrow with more Pokemon TCG epicness. I'm out. Peace.